Hi guys, my name is Milo, and I'm from New York. My friends and I were on a plane ride to Hawaii. It was myself, Liam, who was the pilot of the tiny plane, and also happened to be my biggest crush, my best friend Kayla, and our other friend Brittany, who I secretly didn't like all that much since I had a feeling she wanted to get with Liam. We were cruising along when suddenly an alarm rang out. What's going on? Liam looked panicked.
The engine, it cut out!
What?
We're going down!
We all screamed as the plane took a nosedive as Liam desperately tried to gain control.
Quick, grab a parachute!
Through all the chaos, Liam managed to hand each of us a parachute. Then he opened up the door.
Get out and pull the string immediately!
I fastened the parachute on, made sure Kayla was all right, then jumped out the plane. As we plummeted down, the wind whipped my hair around so I couldn't see anything. I fumbled for a string, but I couldn't find it. I started to panic. This was it. I was going to die. I would get squished like a berry as soon as I made contact with the ground. But then I felt someone grab hold of me and I looked up to see Liam.
Here!
As we free fell, he had managed to get to me and was now holding my string.
Pull this!
I nodded, grabbed hold of the string while Liam pushed off of me so he would avoid getting tangled in the parachute. I said a prayer and yanked on the string as hard as I could. The parachute opened up and I was now falling much slower. And it all seemed very peaceful all of a sudden. There was an island below us. It looked like a tiny place that was completely uninhabited. I soared down and landed right in a dense jungle. My parachute got caught, so I unbuckled myself and landed on the ground. I looked around. Kayla? Liam? Hello, is anyone there?
Milo, over here!
That was Kayla's voice. I rushed over and found Kayla stuck in a tree.
Help, I'm stuck!
After a while, I managed to untangle her, and then we hugged immediately. I'm so glad you're okay.
Me too. What should we do?
We need to find the others. I think they landed in that direction. We trekked through the jungle for hours with still no sign of the others.
Do you think they're still alive?
My heart dropped at the thought of never seeing Liam again. Liam and his kind smile, his hilarious jokes. No, they're alive. They have to be. We kept going until finally I cried out in relief. Look, smoke! It must be them! We rushed towards the smoke as fast as we could until finally we made it to a camp. There sat Liam and Brittany. As soon as Liam saw me, he jumped up in joy and gathered me in his strong arms.
Oh, Milo, I was so worried.
I was overwhelmed. Liam, the way he was holding me. No, it couldn't be.
I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't made it.
Hey, what about me?
Liam froze, realizing the scene he was making, then put me down and moved away awkwardly.
Oh, yeah. I was worried about you too, Kayla.
Kayla rolled her eyes at me, but I was blushing like crazy. Liam seemed to really care about me. I was so happy, but when I turned to look at Brittany, her eyes were two balls of flame.
What's so special about Milo?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, why do you care about her? When you found me, you didn't even seem that relieved. I wonder why.
Kayla whispered to me and I stifled a laugh. Brittany noticed my movement and narrowed her eyes at me.
Oh, you think you're just so precious, huh?
What? No.
Everyone hail Princess Milo. Oh, shut up, Brittany. No one cares about...
Liam stepped in and put a hand on Brittany's shoulder.
Guys, please, let's just calm down.
Fine. She strutted away. Liam smiled at me nervously and I smiled back. Something was different about Liam. That evening, Liam asked me if I would help him try fishing on the island shoreline. So I agreed to go with him. I noticed he hadn't asked any of the others, only me. Was this like a date? Just as we were about to leave, Brittany came trumpeting in and stood between me and Liam.
I want to come.
That's okay, Brittany. Milo and I can just...
Oh, nonsense.
Brittany linked her arm through Liam's, hitting me with the other elbow in the process.
The more, the merrier.
I looked at Liam and he smiled apologetically. I sighed. The rest of the evening was terrible. Brittany kept standing between me and Liam whenever she could, and to make matters worse, we didn't even catch any fish. Except for one moment that made my heart tremble. Liam had thrown the net and asked Brittany to go to the other side to hold it. He then asked me to help him hold his side, and as I did, he wrapped his arms around me so we could both hold it together. It was so romantic. I'm pretty sure he could feel my heart beating through my chest, and I think I could feel his too.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Of course, Brittany had to come running towards us to break us up, but still, the moment had been special. For the next couple of days, we continued on like that. I was worried about whether or not we would survive. It seemed we would be stuck here for a long time, but the way things were going between Liam and I wasn't too bothered about it, if I was being completely honest. One night, I was in a tent with Kayla. Luckily, we'd managed to salvage a few tents from the plane wreck the day before. I don't know, it's something about Liam.
What do you mean?
He's acting different around me, like different good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he might like me.
Really?
Yeah, well, what do you think?
Kayla
pondered for a bit.
To be honest, I don't think he does.
My heart sank. What? Really? I was surprised by Kayla's response. She knew I'd been crushing on Liam for ages. Why would she say that? But
I'm sorry, Milo. I'm just telling you the truth. That's what I think.
I nodded sadly. Yeah, it's all right. It's just, I really like Liam. I've had a crush on him for what feels like forever. I never thought he liked me back. Suddenly, we heard a loud noise outside, and we came running out. Liam was outside our tent, sprawled on the floor. It looked like he'd just tripped over. Liam?
Don't mind me.
How much did you hear? Liam turned red, then he looked at me, then glanced away.
All of it.
I gasped. Listen, I wasn't thinking straight.
No, please, I'm glad you said that.
You are?
Yeah, because I like you too.
I heard Kayla gasp beside me. I was shocked to my core.
You like her?
Milo, do you want to go somewhere else to chat?
I nodded, feeling like I was floating on a cloud. Sure.
Are you sure you don't want me to come?
I looked at Kayla strangely. Why would she want to come? This was the moment I've been waiting for forever.
No, I think I'm fine.
Kayla looked really bothered for some reason. I wondered why. But then, when Liam held my hand and gently led me away, I soon forgot all about Kayla. Liam and I walked in silence at first as we walked deeper into the jungle. Then Liam led me to a cliffside where we had a gorgeous view of the rest of the island and the sea beyond.
I found this secret spot on our first day here.
It's beautiful. Liam looked at me.
Not as beautiful as you.
I smiled. Liam lifted a hand and tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. I gulped nervously. Slowly, he leaned in, and we kissed. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever experienced. Later, we went back to the campsite long after the others had fallen asleep. And before I retired to my tent, Liam promised me we'd hang out again tomorrow. Words couldn't describe how happy I was then. The next morning, as Liam promised, we went out for a stroll on the beach. When we returned, Brittany was fuming.
You two just ran off and left Kayla and I to do all of the chores. Brittany, it's fine. No, they can't just act like they're on holiday. We're stranded on an island, for Pete's sake. We might actually die.
I looked down in shame. Brittany, you're absolutely right.
Don't mock me.
I wasn't mocking.
Liam, why would you want to be with this worthless pile of garbage?
Hey, you take that back.
Seriously? But she's so ugly and…
Don't speak to her that way. She's much prettier than you. Besides, I don't even care about that. Her personality is 100 times more beautiful than you.
Brittany looked like a balloon about to pop. Brittany turned on her heel and disappeared to her tent. Liam, Kayla, and I glanced at each other in confusion. Suddenly, Brittany returned with a bucket in her hands. She stormed towards me. I noticed what she had in the bucket. Tons of empty clams. That had been lunch for today.
Do you still think she's pretty now?
With a grunt, Brittany lifted the bucket and dumped the clams all over me. I screamed in horror, while Liam and Kayla shouted at Brittany in annoyance.
Brittany! You should be with me, Liam, not this brat.
Brittany, I cannot believe you right now.
Maybe I should leave.
No, don't leave. Stay.
No, really, I'll go. You're running low on fresh water anyway, and Brittany was right. We've been slacking off on our chores. I grabbed a bag and some empty bottles. I'll see you all soon.
But Milo…
I leaned over and kissed Liam on the cheek. Really, it's fine. I'll give everyone some space. I went off and trekked into the jungle. I decided that the fresh water would probably be somewhere in the middle of the island. I headed towards the center, keeping an eye out for any animals, because usually animals meant a sign of nearby water. I walked towards a clearing and decided to sit down and rest for a while under a tree. I closed my eyes and suddenly I heard an alarming crash, and a giant boulder was heading straight towards me. It tumbled down the hill and bounced off each ledge. I bolted to my feet and somersaulted out of the way, mere inches from getting crushed to a pulp. As I looked up, I caught sight of a whip of blonde hair running off. Someone had tried to kill me. They had probably shoved the boulder over on purpose. I was too stunned to even move. I had to catch my breath, but then I realized who it had to be. Brittany. I raced back to the camp as fast as I could. When I arrived, Brittany was sitting by the fire as if nothing had happened. Liam was sitting in his tent and Kayla was nowhere to be seen. She must be at the beach or something. Brittany just tried to kill me.
What?
Yeah, what?
Don't try to deny it.
What are you talking about?
Don't tell me you forgot all about what boulder you just tried to squish me with.
Milo, are you insane?
I've been here the whole time. But who? Liam looked apologetically at me.
I'm sorry to agree with Brittany, but she's right. She's been here since you left.
Then who? Suddenly, Kayla appeared out of breath.
Hey, what's up?
I froze. No, it couldn't be. I decided that piece of blonde hair I'd seen must have been a trick of the light. Maybe no one had tried to murder me. Maybe it was just bad luck. Never mind.
Milo, are you okay?
Yeah,
Do you want to take a walk to clear your mind?
I hesitated, but then I agreed. It was probably a good idea. Sure. Kayla smiled and linked her arm in mine, then we headed off into the jungle. I realized we were heading towards the cliff, where Liam and I had shared our first kiss. As we reached the cliff, I squinted my eyes at the horizon. Was it just me, or was that a boat? Kayla, look!
What is it?
A rescue boat! We're saved!
Oh.
I turned to her gleefully, but the look on her face made me hesitate. Kayla? Kayla turned towards me.
I'm sorry, Milo.
For what?
For this.
Kayla stepped forward, heartless, cold, emotionless, and shoved me. I lost my balance and fell back. The sheer drop was right behind me. I was going to die. But at the last second, I managed to grab hold of a protruding branch. Kayla, help me! Kayla walked to the edge and just stared at me, making no attempt to help. Why are you doing this? We're best friends!
Liam is mine, Milo.
What?
Liam will be with me.
You were the one who tried to kill me with that boulder?
It had to be done. You don't deserve Liam.
But Kayla, we've been friends since childhood. You're going to throw all that away and kill me just for some guy?
Liam is not just some guy.
Kayla took a breath, calming herself.
He's much more than that.
You're insane.
No.
Kayla stepped forward, ready to peel back my fingers and send me to my doom.
Ah!
Kayla reached over, but suddenly someone leapt forward and tackled her to the ground. I heard commotion as Kayla and the person that I assumed was Liam fought. Finally, I heard my name called. Liam, yes, I'm here. But it wasn't Liam who appeared and pulled me up to safety. It was Brittany.
Milo, are you okay?
Yes, you saved my life. Brittany nodded.
Of course. Listen, I'm sorry for the way I've been behaving. It's not right. I hope you can forgive me.
Of course I can. Suddenly, Liam appeared from the jungle, panting.
Milo, I heard screaming. Are you okay?
Yes, Kayla tried to kill me.
And I'll do it again.
Suddenly, Kayla appeared, clearly not unconscious, and charged at me like a bull. At the last second, I leapt out of the way, and Kayla went flying over the cliff edge, disappearing into the ocean below. We stared over the edge, lost for words. Kayla was gone. Later, we hailed down the boat with a fire to signal them that we were here, and when we boarded and sailed away from the island, I was hit by overwhelming sadness. Kayla had been my best friend, but she had also been my attempted murderer. As I stared at the island, I suddenly gasped. On the shore of the island, waving back at me eerily, was a girl, and I was pretty sure it was Kayla.